With our next day of Gamescom, we're going to continue with the series. Now, there's some stuff that I do want to show and there's some stuff that I can't show, but there's some stuff that I do know about, right? And I'm having such a wonderful time. Now, I want to show you this game because this game I thought is dope. I thought it's dope as hell. But let's check out this game to start off how we've been starting off our 2025 Gamescom extravaganza.
Coming up on the islands.
Uh-oh, we've got company! Thanks, Chloe. I thought I was done for.
Well, increasingly, developers are like us, right? They grew up on games that we love, and this reminds me of Star Fox. I'm a huge fan of Star Fox, and the fact that Nintendo isn't making a new Star Fox, well, these developers took it upon themselves to make Star Fox of their own. Wild Blue has an animation cartoon to it, and the graphics look dope. I'm down for this. This will play great on my Xbox Rogue Ally X. I can't wait. So, let's start it. Gamescom knows how to kick it off, and so does the king. Let's get to that intro.
What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but what said that you claim it? It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but what said that you claim it?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the king. And this is a wonderful day. I could not be happier. Listen, Xbox is back in full swing. Gamescom is going crazy. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people are saying that the show yesterday was trash. And that's good for you. I game on multiple devices. And I watch the show just like you. And if you game on central devices, like certain devices, like let's say you game on Nintendo, some titles talk to you. Let's say you game on PC, certain titles talk to you. If you game on Xbox, certain titles talk to you. And if you game on PlayStation, the same. And VR, the same. Well, I game on all of those devices. So the show for me is going to be a higher scale. But listen, this is Xbox Frontline News. If you like Xbox content, well, you found your new best friend. Me, the king. I drop videos daily, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to get in all of the stuff today. We're going to get into the price of the Xbox Rogue Ally X. We're going to get into the release date. We're going to get into the feature set of the Xbox Rogue Ally X. We're going to get into Black Myth Wukong. And of course, we're going to get into the prices hike over at PlayStation. The only news that PlayStation has at Gamescom And it's bad news for Sony fans. So if you were on the outside looking in, hoping that you would get a PlayStation at a cheaper price, well, sucks to be you. This generation is upside down and backwards. I hope it fixes itself. All right, so I'm a huge shooter fan. Like, I had all the shooters for Neo Geo, Genesis, Turbo Graphics, Gates of Thunder, Lords of Thunder. But one of the games that actually stood out to me was R-Type. Now, R-Type was really cool because I had it for my Super Nintendo. I had it for, I think it was for my PlayStation early on. I know I had it in arcade, and I had it on various other devices. But R-Type always held a great place. Also Salamander. Love Salamander. But now they come back with this game, and they come back with it in the form of R-Type Delta. And R-Type Delta is a 3D version of the original. And you have different types of ships. Now, I know that they've been talking about this in a build-up for a while. And I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. The graphics to me look rudimentary. It looks very PlayStation 1-ish. I'm going to give it a go, get these fingers back to fast twitch fibers and having fun with dodging small objects on the screen. I don't know really how to feel about this game at the moment. It has to be priced appropriately, to be honest with you, for me to be fully on board with this thing. $40 price tag might resonate with me. R-Type Delta. I don't know. Xbox has revealed a new handheld compatibility program along with the Xbox Ally release date. It could fix what the Steam Deck gets wrong. During Gamescom 2025, Xbox revealed a new handheld compatibility program for the Xbox Ally and Xbox ROG Ally X. It's potentially more robust system than the Steam Deck verification. Now, this week during Gamescom, Xbox ROG Allies finally revealed that the Ally X and the ROG Ally will release October 16th. Like I've told you this on numerous occasions. I told you the date was in October. I was nailing down the date. It was between the 15th and the 17th. They settled on the 16th. The 16th, and I told you a couple of videos prior to this that it was the 16th before the official announcement. So again, before this, they knew that the holiday will be this, but along with this news, Xbox revealed the new handheld compatibility program for the portable gaming line. If you're already familiar with the Steam Deck verification, then you basically have an understanding of what this is. With this said, Xbox has taken its compatibility system a step further than Valve to give players a better understanding on how well a game will actually play on the Xbox ROG Ally and Xbox ROG Ally X. This is what they do. They will, in a press release, Xbox clarified what these badges mean, and it will have badges, and it says handheld optimized and mostly compatible. Handheld optimized means it indicates the games are ready to go with the default controller inputs, intuitive text input method, accurately clear text legibility, appropriate resolution in full screen mode, so you can spend less time adjusting settings and more time defeating the next big boss. And mostly compatible means it indicates games may require minor in-game setting changes for an optimum gaming experience on the handheld. You know how when you're asking if your game is going to be Steam Deck verified, I get that all the time. Maybe this thing might replace my Steam Deck, because I'm going to tell you, I don't need a bunch of handhelds. I have my Nintendo Switch 2. I have I got rid of my ROG. Shout out to AKW. And he's on his flight, so everybody wish him well, because he's going to Spain and he needed to have something to play. So shout out to him for getting that off of me. And I have my Steam Deck. So my Steam Deck itself is the odd man out here. And my son might get my Steam Deck. Now, when the first High on Life came out on Xbox, it was inside Game Pass, It was different. It was different to me because I like Rick and Morty. I like Family Guy. I like stuff like that. I like The Simpsons. And it felt like a cartoon come to life. It felt like what I imagine a cartoon to be. Now, this is the part where the guy tells you back and forth about what happened in the first High on Life, and this is the factions that you need to kill. This is what happened. This is who took over the world, blah, blah, blah. This is what you're up against. And then they let you know that it's a demo, and they tell you where it's happening at, where the demo is happening at. So it's happening at ConCon. All right, so you're going to go down through ConCon. You're going to go after some experiment guy or whatever, and you can tell this is on the Xbox because you have the press B button. But other than the fact that it looks really good, and I like that stabby, other than it looks really good, it's funny. It's hilarious. All of this stuff that's going on is geared towards comedy. And that's what I liked about this game. It took me out of the mundane of life and actually placed me into a place where fun is happening. And this is absolute fun. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm super keen on it, if you will. I hope it falls at a date where it makes sense for me to play. That, you know, my schedule opens up to actually play it. But as you can see, there's no degradation inside the graphical fidelity of the game. The game actually looks as good as the first one, if not better than the first one. Actually, I think it looks light years ahead of the first one. I like the motion blur, the speed of the game. And again, the comedy is exactly what's going to pull you in. So High on Life 2, I hope you guys are ready for it. I can't wait to check it out. Xbox Game Pass for the win. Hyperkin's DualSense inspired Xbox controller is launching this October. And boy, are you in for a treat. Looks fantastic. As you can see on the screen, it has everything that you can dream of. It has a dedicated mute button. It has back buttons that you can lock in. And for the low price of $49.99, I'm going to tell you, the competitor is here to compete. Now, unlike Sony, where there's no competition, this controller will put you in the game to play all of Sony games, the whole slate. King is pulling no punches because when we all play, we all win. This is a total addict game. This is really not for me. This is totally for addict. But again, Triangle Strategy was touted as, when it came out, like one of the games of the year. And HD 2D is, you know, what they're referring to it as. Tactic games are kind of fun, to be honest with you. If you're into traditional RPGs with a strategic battles and stuff like that, and you get your turn-based. I think the turn-based crowd gravitated towards strategy tactical games. Kind of fun. Let me know what y'all think about it. But the fact that Xbox has this now is more important to me than anything. The fact that a lot of these games are play anywhere means the most to me. So again, are you looking forward to this? Is this something that we can get excited about? More RPGs isn't a bad thing. This is the best thing, you know, for Xbox and gamers all across the world. Whether you're on PC, whether you're on PlayStation, whether you're on Xbox, whether you're on Nintendo, more games on the platform of your choice, and the platform that gives you the most versatility is available for you. But it's out today, bro. Black Myth Wukong. Comparison shows the differences between the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. Now, we finally got it. It's here. So first off, the Xbox Series X Black Myth Wukong has 3 different modes, which seemingly output at 4K quality. Balance mode is at 1800p. Quality mode is at 4K. And performance mode is at 1520p. The frame rate looks pretty solid based on its footage as well, with the quality performance sticking to 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second for most part. The balance test, with a pinch of salt though, is advised to be affected by screen tearing, so these early frame pacing scenes might be incorrect. Right? So, but the Series S footage is interesting. This time we're looking at quality mode at 1440p, balance mode at 720p, and again, performance mode at 720p. And based on what it sees here, it's running pretty solid at 60 and 30 frames per second. And if, you can tell the whole game is stable on the Series S, it's looking quite promising at first glance. Now again, this early glance of the Xbox Series S and S versions, and they're going to have some updates, and we're going to see comparisons between the PlayStation and these console versions. But again, there was never a problem with the Series S. There's always a problem with the bread. The game was money had it, and I don't know why. It probably is financial reasons, but again, it's here. If you're going to support. If you're not, don't.
So we could jump back into Gears of War, but we know this is a fully fledged Windows device.
Yes.
What else can you do with it? Are there other apps that you can use?
Yeah, so one of my favorite features is we've added a new custom task switching view. So by long pressing on the Xbox button, you'll get this new experience where you can quickly bumper between existing applications, as well as go to the Windows desktop if you need to kind of tweak something that you can't do easily. And it really kind of makes it feel fast and fluid. And so if you're using Discord or getting a little hint and edge, you can quickly bumper between them and then go back to your game really smoothly.
So snappy. I absolutely love it. So we could
On a surprise drop today, the Rogue Prince of Persia is available today in Xbox Game Pass. When you thought Gamescom can get no better with surprise drops with Triangle Strategy and other games of its ilk, today we have a game dropping inside Game Pass, the Rogue Prince of Persia. So you get a chance to play the next 2D platformer, action platformer, roguelike that combines the beloved combat of the core of the Prince of Persia series and throws in a little fast-paced adventure. And apparently this thing is hitting on all cylinders. Everybody seems to love it. Let me know what you think about it. But it's inside Game Pass. Where others pay, we just play. Shout out to Game Pass Ultimate for the win.
But today's a very exciting day. It's the first time people are getting hands-on with the handheld. What are they most excited to be playing?
Yeah, I mean, it's so cool to be here and see everybody lining up to play. I think we have more than 20 demo stations here in the Xbox booth. Everyone is most excited to play Silksong, obviously. The Xbox Ally is debuting for the first time, and you can play all in it together. But I've also been hearing a ton of people saying they want to check out Outer Worlds 2 and Ninja Gaiden 4.
Nice. I can't wait for Silksong either. What other games can we look forward to playing when the ROG comes out?
So we have a ton of games that you can play on the ROG. Obviously, we have all of our games that are Xbox Play Anywhere. You can play it on console, you can play it on PC, you can play it on handheld, you can stream it over the cloud, which is awesome. Also, all the other major PC storefronts are going to be on here, so people are going to be able to play their libraries across Xbox, but also other stores like Steam and Ubisoft Connect and Battle.net and everywhere else, so that's going to be very exciting. So finally, people are going to be able to play. They can play natively, they can play over the cloud, or they can play with remote play.
Yeah, I can't wait to play a lot of my games natively on this. Me and my fiance were always fighting out on who gets the big TV to play our games, so this will settle it.
You sure?
Maybe you're going to want one of these, actually.
For sure. Now, speaking of things to look forward to, what's your favorite thing, Sarah, about the Xbox Ally?
Okay, that's a hard one, I'll be honest. There's so many things I love about it, but maybe more than anything, if I were to sum it up, it's just what it represents. You know, we talk all the time about Xbox, about wanting people to be able to play anywhere. We've talked all the time about wanting people to make gaming centered around them. And this is such a beautiful manifestation of that. That you can have your store, you can have your library, all your progression in those games, your identity in your community, and it can move with you. And you can play it on this device, and you can play it on console, and you can take it on the go, and you can hold it in your hand. So that's really, really exciting. And then the second thing, which is part of how it came about, is we did a really deep collaboration with Windows to make all of this work. And we invested a ton to actually make Windows really, really better for gaming and better for handhelds. I can't wait for people to pick up and just experience the software experience in addition to feeling the device and playing the games they love.
Sounds so good. Well, I've got to ask you, you've got to tell us, please, when can we get our hands on it?
Okay, it's coming October 16th. And even more exciting than the date for me is it's also coming to 34 markets. So we're going to have details on pricing and pre-orders coming to you all soon.
Let's go. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Counting down the days.
The Xbox Series consoles have a little portable baby brothers. Well, a baby sister and a baby brother, or whatever. You know, the prices for the Xbox ROG Ally X and the Xbox ROG Ally is here. The king got you. Without further ado, for the smaller little white one, it's $549.99. And for the larger black one, pause, it's $899.99 respectively. Pre-orders begin August 20th during Gamescom. Let's go get it. It's under $1,000. Well, when you get taxed, well, you know what it is. But let's make it happen, people. Everybody wanted to know more about Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. And now that we know that it's here, it's launching this winter. The game looks phenomenal. As you can see, the Xbox controls, you can see the level of fidelity and detail. All the love and care that went into Final Fantasy is here for us now. And, you know, you have an extra side story that you play as the Ninja Yuffie. And it's inside the game. So this is a play anywhere title. You can play on Xbox Series X and X and on your PC, and especially on your ROG Ally handheld. This year, the ROG Ally handheld, the Xbox handheld, is going to be the premier place for you to play your Xbox titles. If you aren't invested yet, I think you will be invested by the time you finish this video, because it's showing you that Xbox is second to none. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a direct competitor to Mario Kart Racing. And for all intents and purposes, Sonic is going to give you more than Mario Kart because they're able to add extra characters and they're able to do a whole lot more different things. It kind of reminds me of Diddy Kart Racing with all the various things that you're able to do. But now with the power of these consoles, with the power of the Series X and X, you're able to see exactly what Mario Kart cannot do. That console cannot do what this console can do. So again, is who's greater now? And it's down to the characters, and it's down to what the game can offer. 4-player split screen, cross-platform matchmaking. This is what Nintendo lacks. You can only play Mario Kart on Mario on a Nintendo console. But not to be outdone, this is I think the 30th year anniversary, don't get me wrong, I could be wrong, of Pac-Man. And Pac-Man is making its way over to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Let's get it. Microprose probably had the most graphically intense game that I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched a lot of these things, and I said it was for a moment I didn't know if this was real or what. But then I'm looking at it, and the fidelity is insane. But then you can break it down on looking at certain things. But you can tell it's a game. Now, there's no visual HUD that you could see, and I was trying to see if it was VR, but the movement is so uncanny. The game looks insane. It's unsettling at times because, again, the level of fidelity on this thing is buck bananas, right? But then you see certain things and you're saying, oh, okay, you know, this looks like a game. Still unsettling, to say the least. Probably one of the most graphically intense games that I've ever seen, better than Dead. It has me intrigued at it and also terrified at where we're going in video games. video game violence. Is this the part where we are going to start being censored? Because again, this looks like real physical violence. Is it real? No, it's absolutely not. It's video game violence. But again, one of the most intense looking games I've ever seen. What do you think? And something that should not be happening, but it is. The PlayStation 5 is getting a price increase, with Sony citing it's due to the challenging economic environment. Sony announces that the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition and the PlayStation 5 Pro are going up in prices. It's an official statement on the PlayStation site. They announced that all three gaming consoles will increase by $50 in response to ongoing US tariffs. Similar to the global business, we continue to navigate the challenging economic environment, said Sony Interactive Entertainment Vice President of Global Marketing in a short statement on the site. As a result, we've made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for the PlayStation 5 consoles in the US starting August 21st. With the new increase in prices, the PlayStation 5 will now retail for $549. The PlayStation 5 Digital will similarly retail for $499, and the PlayStation 5 Pro will retail for $749.99. All of you dudes that was laughing at Xbox raising their prices ahead of time, look at you now. Again, I'm going to tell you like you told us. All the real owners already own the console. We're coming out talking about they shipped record numbers of consoles, not sold. 80 million shipped is crazy. 55 sold. Man, Sony is really sticking to their guns. Remember when I explained to you about the controller? Programmable buttons on the back, large battery. Will this controller be the controller to rule them all? Will this ROG Ally Xbox branded controller be the controller to rule them all? Is this the controller that you get with your ROG Ally? Because remember, your ROG Ally is able to hook up to the television. All right. I want you to remember that is a console that you're able to take on the go, but also play at your television. We're at a different land. Now, there's so many games for me to go over, and I'm not going to do 2-hour videos, but I'm going to give you a video that's going to probably be like an hour, 45 minutes. And there's games like Batman, like Lego Batman really looks good. It looks like the Arkham trilogies with all the gameplay, but as Lego form, with all the mechanics, but as Lego form. There's so many different games, like High on Life 2 and what is that? R-Type Delta. Those games look dope. But Better Than Dead takes the crown, to be honest, as far as realism goes. It's scarily realistic. But I choose to be happy about gaming. Now, I know other people out here complaining that some of the stuff look bland. Some of the stuff doesn't look fantastic. Well, you had the Call of Duty that, showed you some stuff and shows you some extra stuff. And I think Call of Duty is going to be great for the Call of Duty fans. I'm just there for the campaign. Play the campaign and I'm just going to move on. I don't really have time enough in my day to actually sink time into it because, I got to stream games and I got to do stuff. Oh, if you like streaming games, you want to see me stream some games, go to Frontline Gaming Streams. That's my sister channel. I stream games daily over there. Come check it out. We're ramping up, going to Tokyo, and, it's been a long journey. So again, all I could say is love gaming, live it, but understand that gaming is centric to what makes you as a gamer, right? Like, so why hate on somebody's love? Like if somebody likes tactic games, Triangle Tactics, a Triangle Strategy came out. I'm not a huge tactic type of gamer, but I'm not gonna hate on their game style. I'm not gonna hate on their love for that. I like RPGs. I do like turn-based RPGs more than I like action RPGs. But Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, it's a play anywhere title, changes the conversation completely when it goes to anybody else. People, you gotta start to realize that I know we're selfish. I know this is a selfish sport. Gamers choose to be selfish. And with that acknowledgement, we understand. We absolutely understand in our heart of hearts that no matter what, it's really about us. But we have to understand we can't disrespect somebody else's love. Like if somebody likes first person shooters and you don't, if somebody likes VR, but you don't, and you only like anime stuff, cool. But don't dock a show based on just what you care about. It was a really good show. Now, does Jeff have a lot of fluff in his shows? Of course. But now that we got past the introduction and we're getting into more of the playing and the experiences from people and the demos that are actually out there, and boy, do I have a demo to talk about with you guys tomorrow. There's so much gaming that it's this time is just not enough. I'll be wanting to go live, but I also want to curate a video for you guys. So I'm at an impasse. I have a ton of stuff today. We're recording for Patreon. I'm doing the country music for Patreon. I'm doing Jujutsu Kaisen with Dip Down Anime. And I'm doing round R&R with the Lords because we're talking about the movie Weapons. We're doing that. And then we're doing something tomorrow. So, listen, please bear with me. We're doing a lot, but this is Frontline Gaming Streams. And I'm going to get all that news to you as fast as possible with as much information packed into it as possible so you guys can be happy. I know y'all like that Xbox controller. Well, those two Xbox controllers. The one from Asus and the one from Hyperkin. Xbox is taking over, whether you like it or not. So I'm going to tell you what I always tell you. Go where the players play and the winners win. And try to play the Game Pass.